Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 9, Episode 7.
It seems like there's gonna be so many more episodes still.
There are 8 queens remaining, so there are. Which I guess is great.
Oh, I'm not complaining.
You know?
It just seems like there's a lot of queens.
There's a lot of queens. So actually, we'll just talk about it right now.
Okay.
It's funny because I was talking about this season with someone.
Not me.
Not you, I know, crazy, but. And they were kind of complaining about it. And I found myself defending it. And in part because I was like, you know what? Like, the thing that's great about this season is that the cast is really strong.
Very good. I think this cast is great.
I do too.
Honestly. There's
I do too.
a lot of really good, different queens. Usually there's like the one standout.
Right.
Or whatever, and like the one that's good but you hate. And it's like, I don't really have that this season.
There's no one that I resent for being there.
No.
Is it as dramatic as some other ones?
No.
No. Is it edited well? Absolutely not. And that's my biggest issue with it. I think if the editing were better, this season could have been one of the best. Anyway, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink.
Yeah.
Trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $20 off your first month of wine.
Little Mrs. Potts.
Also, thank you everyone who has contributed to our Patreon. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
If you haven't, please go to patreon.com/moviebitches and support us. That way we can keep doing this because Google stopped paying us money.
You really cut to the chase.
Well, you know, I'm not going to bullshit them. Give us your money.
Give me all your money.
And give me all your residual ass. So 9021
It's pretty good. So you come into the workroom, Cynthia's just been sent home.
Yep.
And Peppermint's kind of trying to have like a moment and be like, oh.
I'm just so happy that Cynthia had a second chance. She brought so much love and joy.
I love her, but bye, bitch.
I am so happy to report that we were 100% wrong about Trinity.
Right?
And that I kind of really like Trinity.
I am enjoying Trinity. I am entertained by Trinity. I don't know if I can say I really like Trinity.
I think she is becoming one of the most entertaining queens on the show.
Well, she's a lovely mixture of talented.
Yes.
Crazy.
And
like a little bit dramatic. But also sweet.
And
underneath it all. You know what I mean? And funny. She's a funny queen.
You just described like a pretty good queen. So I'm just saying.
I just described Raven.
Oh my god, yes. If Trinity was a little edgier.
Yeah.
And a little cuntier.
Yeah.
I would never say that.
I think right now my top 2 to win it all is Shay and then very, very close Valentina.
Yep.
And Sasha and Trinity and Nina are all in that top 5 and I'm not sure how it's going to pan out.
I think Shay is primed to win.
I think so.
So far.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We will see.
Somebody might step their pussy up. I don't know.
Trinity could keep bringing it.
She seems to be.
She is in it to win. She's focused.
Pageant queen in a while that I'm like, wait, I'm like semi-rooting for you. What's going on?
You sound like that SNL skit.
I don't care how good Trinity Taylor's tuck is. She is from the pageant circuit, right? And those bitches never win.
I was dying.
I was too.
What channel is it? It's on VH1 now.
No, but it used to be, what was that? Was it Logo or something?
Yeah.
Logo or something.
Yeah, I watched that with my girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, this episode, right.
Sure.
So that was fun that Trinity's just like, no, bye, bitch.
I feel like Trinity is the only one bringing like the shady bitchiness that I want.
It's true.
In Untucked, even, they're talking about, well, who do you want? She says, well, who would you want to go home?
Yeah.
And they're all like, we're not going to answer that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
bitch. And she's like, gosh, I'm just trying to like start something. Like she literally like steps out of the reality show and is like, I'm trying, producers.
To stir the, exactly.
I'm trying to stir the pot.
That's a very negative question. I'm just trying to stir
Listen to my answer.
I'm trying to stir up something interesting here. Listen, bitch!
So they've just come back in and Sasha.
You guys, who am I? I need to smoke. Why?
Oh my god, you guys.
Oh, I have too much highlighter.
I just like, I mean, it was good. I was like,
good.
So, Snatch Game redo?
I like the idea, not of Snatch Game, because I don't want to waste it on that, or I don't want to ruin Snatch Game, but I do like the idea where they all have to impersonate each other.
I like that.
That would be like a fun mini challenge or something, where it's just like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they've done that with like the puppets.
Right, that's true.
But like, do that.
Yeah.
Valentina's trying to take her censor bar off.
Oh my god, yes.
And Trinity's just like, come on, bitch! And she like gets her foot into it and everything. And I was like, okay, so Trinity's like definitely a dominatrix on the side, right? Like that's how she makes her like real money, right? But it was like really.
It was really stuck on there.
And you could see it like tore some skin.
It was, well, no, I don't think it tore the skin. I think that was one where the bronzer was not.
Oh, sure. There you go. Great.
Speaking of Valentina, though, in like the extra scenes, which were pretty shitty this week, they had one funny thing though with Ru and Valentina, where last week, because I think we ended up cutting it, but I was just like, how
are they?
Did she tuck? Yeah. What is happening underneath here? Because her butt was out, so there was no straps or anything.
Yeah.
And apparently she didn't tuck that well because her balls came out.
My labia were out.
My ball was out the whole time.
Why in God's name did they cut that from last week? Wouldn't that have been such a great Willem throwing up moment? I mean, obviously not as dramatic, but like just like, Cynthia Lee Fontaine, you are, oh my God, my balls! Just like how, or like you start to see her kind of fidgeting, and you're like, what's going on back there? What's going on? And then Ru is like, hold on a second. Valentina, what's the problem? My labia's out. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Like, I mean, what?
I don't know.
So Ru comes on the screen.
Yes.
And she's talking about, winning, acting. This week you're going to be acting and doing all this. Oh, it's very dramatic. And then she just goes...
Freeze, you honky bitch!
It was just great.
It was.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
This was one of the better, like, introductions.
Yes.
So no mini challenge. Where the pit crew?
Where is the pit crew? And so then it's announced they're going to do, like, a 90210 parody, and Alexis just won't shut up about it.
I guess Alexis was just like, oh, Eureka's gone, so now I have to never shut up? Yeah, Alexis it was like this condescension where it was like, oh.
She didn't wear it up on her head like that.
I'm gonna tell you guys everything that I think you should be doing. And it's like, no.
Because you say your name, right?
Yeah, Grandria.
Say it? Yeah, Grandria, so that it sounds like Andrea.
Andrea.
Andrea, where are you going?
Yeah, Grandria, so that it sounds like Andrea.
Okay, girl, we get it. You watch the show a lot.
Again, this was weird to me. Ru goes, Peppermint, you lost, so you get to choose who does what. And I'm like, but, huh?
Because
there's no mini challenge, so they're just like, oh, well, you won the lip sync because you were the second worst.
Yes.
Like, what? Okay. But so Peppermint actually did a really good job, I thought, of handling the situation.
My approach is to ask the girls what roles they want to do because I don't want to be blamed if somebody doesn't do well in this challenge.
I'm going to try and give everyone what they want.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Aja.
Grandrea Zuckerwoman will be played by Aja.
Aja throws a fit.
Let's just make this work.
Can I go on a smoke break?
Are you that stressed out?
Yeah, I don't want to be Grandrea.
Temper tantrum. We thought Nina was throwing a temper tantrum about Black China.
I kind of loved it.
Girl, you gotta grow up and accept the challenge.
I don't have to.
It was like real childish.
Oh, yeah.
But it was fun to watch.
Well, it's funny because Aja's comebacks are really bad.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
That's not a comeback. That's not a witty retort.
Nope.
I loved how Peppermint handled it because, well, Shay goes, okay, I'll take her part, whatever, I don't care. Aja's then like, oh, I don't want to be, or whatever. Peppermint's like, fine, you're switched, we're moving on, let's work.
Yep.
You know what? I'm making a decision. You two are swapping roles.
I don't want to be
You're swapping roles. Let's rehearse.
I was like, that was the right choice.
It was the right choice. It was smart.
Yeah.
It was professional.
Yeah.
It was like, look, we're not going to waste a bunch of time trying to deal with this nonsense. We're moving on, and that's what it is.
Exactly. And then everyone was like, girl Aja, what were you thinking? Because you just gave away like a starring part. Just handed it to Shay.
Would she have done as well?
No, it would have been terrible.
Exactly.
It would have been awful.
Yeah.
But it would have been a challenge. You know,
Sure.
it would have been like different.
And I kind of think that Shay would have been funnier
As a bitch.
as the bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Although it's such a smaller part, but still it probably would have been funnier.
I mean, honestly, Peppermint should have cast Sasha and Shay as the two lesbians so they could make out.
Oh.
So they could just make out already. So Farrah and Trinity are playing the mother-daughter, so they're kind of like...
Yes.
I think having Trinity be Farrah's partner this week really
helpful.
helped Farrah, like...
Find a character and, like, get into it and, like have some guidance.
Someone to play off
Yes,
of, and, you know,
yes.
this and that. They're doing sort of, like, silly things or whatever, and it cuts the confessional, and Farrah's like, Trinity and I are doing, you know, fun quirks.
Corks and kirks. Is that a word?
Yeah, whatever.
Quirks is...
Are you sure that's a word? Quirks. Anyways, we're doing these little things together.
Well, we're doing some stuff.
So then Ru's like, your directors are going to be Tori Spelling and...
Andrew.
I'm sorry. I've never seen an episode of 90210.
What?
I literally didn't get any of the references.
There was nothing that you were, like, really missing.
I mean, I exactly. They did a good job of that.
A lot of, like, real inside jokes where you're like, what? I don't even know what's going on.
What's her name?
Jennie Garth.
Oh, right.
You never watched What I Like About You? The Amanda Bynes TV show?
No.
Oh, it was so good.
That sounds familiar.
And Jennie Garth is her older sister.
I don't think
And they're
so.
like, she's raising her.
No.
I love
Teens.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
I'm sad that she, like, fell off a cliff.
It's really sad.
I'm bummed because I thoroughly and unabashedly enjoy her movies. What a Girl Wants is legit.
Yes.
That's me!
They were, like, not very good directors.
Well, because they were doing, like, a skit.
Yeah, they were like, oh,
I'm the director. No, I'm the director.
Yeah.
Action. And I was like, oh, okay. It was like too scripted.
Yeah, it was too much.
Instead of
it was
be natural.
Yeah.
They
Also,
were
like, they
acting-
didn't direct.
Well, that's yes. They were being directed by whoever was running the show to do this weird scene.
It's not always about you, okay?
Well, of course it is.
Well, remember when Tori and Jennie have like that fake slap fight too?
I've seen. Now, ladies, that's what you call acting.
I was just like, can we go back to interviewing her and her husband? Like,
Can we get Kathy Najimy in here?
Critter, we need more energy and comedy from you because you are in a chicken outfit, but you're doing a very sort of a Meryl Streep thing.
Yes, like, come on. Or like, give me like a real director. Someone who's gonna be like, oh, Nina, you're being a stubborn bitch. Let me like work with you. Let's direct you through this.
Because it was very much Raven as the chicken.
Yes.
It was very much like, I'm sort of an edgy queen who's kind of has a bad attitude and am like not a cheerful person.
Right, and it's like you don't know how to get yourself through this and you need someone to work you through it.
I could sell ice to an Eskimo, but not dress as chicken.
Instead, they were just like making jokes about like how she hates her.
I did that was the only part I loved because that was the only part that wasn't scripted.
Well, sure.
She's gonna kill me. But I can't understand a word she's saying.
She hates you. I know. I think she's gonna try and kill me.
And so here's what I want to know. So Nina says,
I said that, but okay. I know what's going on.
oh, I see what's happening or something, right?
Oh, right.
And I was confused because some could read it as more paranoia, like, oh, I see what's going on. You guys just like are over me or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, it read as like, oh, I get what's happening. Like, you can't understand, and I'm like mumbling.
I said that, but okay. I know what's going on.
It read as more like Nina getting on herself. Like, I get what's happening.
Okay.
You're like, I'm messing this up.
Yes.
Not like, I get what's happening. You guys are out to get me. Because, like, you know, it didn't seem like she was saying that, like, Tori had some vendetta against her.
Well, it was oddly cut together once again, where it was like, Nina just can't get it. Anyway, and then they don't show the conclusion of that?
No.
Time to move on. Action.
Well, so Shay comes out as Grandria.
Yeah.
and is killing it.
Yeah.
Brandria Zuckerwoman, and I'm a
Although I did have a question.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was confusing that she was both so old that
And
she had
pregnant?
gray hair and was pregnant.
Andrea, you're pregnant.
Because on the show, that was the joke. She looked older than not older than Luke Perry, because let's be honest, but she looked like she was like the adult or whatever.
Right.
So that was the joke. But then also, why is she pregnant?
Andrea, you're pregnant.
What was really weird was in the practice,
Yeah.
she has like some quick throwaway line of like, oh, it's not really pregnant.
I'm not even pregnant.
I'm not really, it wasn't really a baby or something.
At some point, I was like, is she pretending to be pregnant to seem younger? Like, is that how far this deception is going?
And then later on, it was like, oh no, your water just broke, like,
Yeah,
you
you're
gotta rush
actually
to the
pregnant.
hospital, which was weird.
Well, Trinity comes in and is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Which is
She
just, like,
was really giving me,
tan mom realness.
well, and some Jennifer
Coolidge?
Coolidge realness.
Oh boy, was
Which,
she.
can I just point out, it was a very high point of my weekend when Jennifer Coolidge liked our tweet.
I love her.
I love her.
The British are coming!
The British are coming!
Release the hounds! Tally-ho, a hunting we will go! The British are coming! The British are coming!
If you haven't watched Austin Land, we really loved it.
Don't apologize for it. It's
I'm not.
fucking great.
It is great.
I don't know why it didn't go anywhere.
I don't
doing
either.
Business, because I fucking love that movie.
I do too. I thought it was hilarious. And count all the peacocks. Peacock, peacock.
And the cod pieces.
Oh my god, yes, the cock pieces. Speaking of cocks. So anyway, oh yeah, Trinity was slaying it.
Oh, yeah.
And she was definitely giving me some Jennifer Coolidge realness.
I'm addicted to speed too.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Mom!
And then, so Sasha, I didn't think Sasha was that bad. Everyone was like, oh, she really failed.
There's enough calories in that to kill you. But we all gotta die of something.
I thought with a character like that, she could have stolen every moment. She was
Sure,
in.
if you're like the drunk boozy.
Give me some like Chris Farley lunch lady realness. Like, be crazy. That's something you could go anywhere with that part. Imagine Trinity doing the lunch lady. It would have been fucking hilarious.
It would have been.
So that's all I'll say.
Yeah. And then who else was safe?
Valentina was cute. She did a perfectly cute
She did
job.
a perfect, yeah.
I did really like when she got drunk.
Fun and silly.
Yeah.
You're a good little slut.
Which is just
She's like a drunk slut, yeah.
You're just like a drunk slut. Peppermint gave a lot of energy.
Peppermint gave a lot of energy.
She was really doing that, like, I'm so happy about everything. Everything's great.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's
and
true.
so it wasn't funny. Her part wasn't supposed to be funny.
Right.
So it was just like, okay, well,
okay, you did what you were
gave some
supposed to
energy
do.
But then when they're like, her and Aja's fake kissing. I was like, what's going on? This isn't even like, oh, we'll like hide behind like a wig.
They were just like,
No, they were like, like it was insane. That seemed like a last minute decision or something, because she said later, oh, I didn't think I was gonna have to actually kiss anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, was that the script? It wasn't?
I mean, maybe it was like they...
And Peppermint's just like, oh, now Asha's tongue is down my throat.
We might have to get married after this.
Did she taste like Cheeto Puffs? She's always eating Cheetos. Was it gross? Did she taste like Cheeto Puffs?
She didn't taste like Cheetos. It was more like spinach. She tasted healthy. She tasted good.
So at the very end scene, they're all graduating, and there was suddenly like male extras.
Yes.
The guy in the brown leather diner. I mean, I watched it back, and he was also in the diner, but there was like a clear shot. I was like, who's that?
Who's
man?
that, right? I was like, oh, why is this guy here?
It wasn't a pit crew member.
No?
Not that I reckon. Well, maybe
I mean,
it was.
who knows?
I
I
guess
don't
he
know.
had clothes on, so who am I? I don't know. Maybe it was a pit crew member.
Can't tell them apart without being able to see the abs.
I mean, it's true.
Aja's lines, she couldn't get it right of like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're all gonna see each other in college. I think the joke was like making fun of the show. That it was like, oh, of course we're all gonna go to the same school and the same college. Isn't that convenient? Like, whatever.
Yeah, that was the joke.
But she didn't read it that way, and no one seemed to want to correct her, to like explain it to her.
Alexis did not jump in to say, excuse me, girl.
Like, the joke is that So that was weird, but also it was poorly written.
Yes.
So there's that.
We're all going to see each other in the college years.
Exactly. That would have been bad.
They're getting ready in the makeup mirror. They're kind of all talking about prom and
yeah.
And it started and it was kind of like silly. Yeah. I went to prom. I went in drag, and it was like, maybe they're gonna have a light story this. Oh dear God, no.
My grandmother got sick. She had cancer. So the last 2 years of high school, I'd quit school to take care of my grandmother.
And it really gave me an insight into Trinity.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, oh, well, here's my cancer story, and I was like, oh dear God, like Sasha's like, my mom had cancer. That's why I'm a bald queen. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Shay is like, everyone in my family has cancer. I mean, it was really like, oh my God.
I just realized that my time with him is limited, and he's actually way more accepting and loving than I gave him credit for.
Well, so Sasha's talking about her mother and how that's why she's
a bald queen.
And then I think Alexis is like, oh, you should get in touch with like the Long Island medium.
You know I offer readings, right? Girl, you know I'm into sanctity and all that spiritual stuff.
I would like that.
We'll get together one day.
We will do that. I'll bring you a chicken.
So on Twitter, the theory was confirmed, but now it is confirmed even further.
Which, how crazy was that? You guys, this was crazy that we like started a thing and then it like blew up and like Sasha herself is tweeting, yes, I'm a witch. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
She's a witch!
Burn her! But like, don't. She's great. Brooklyn witches.
Gotta watch out for those Brooklyn witches. So, quick commercial break. And then we're gonna come back with the runway and the performance and the lip sync and Untucked and all of it.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll put an ad here.
Yeah, let's hope.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Ru comes down the runway looking very 80s. She's in like, it's like a velour or velvet, sort of like neon blue with like hot pink. Her waist was snatched.
Again, she kind of like broke the camera where it was like, I don't know, it's too bright.
I feel like they light that way on purpose. Flood my face with lights.
It's like that Untucked in season 1 where she pulled off like, no, there should be 2 dots for my eyes and a dot for my nose.
I need to be blown out, people. 2 black dots for my eyes and 2 black dots for the nostrils.
I thought she looked really, really gorgeous this week. I liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
And Michelle looked like Priscilla Presley.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was just like uncanny.
So, category is big hair don't care.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, great.
Category is big hair everywhere.
First down the runway, Valentina.
I really liked this.
I loved it. It was definitely Rosanna Dana lily pad. It was like this emerald green jumpsuit with just big lotus lily flowers all over her hair and everywhere, and it was good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So then next on the runway, Pheromone. I really like this too.
I did too. And so this actually was funny because this read really Vegas to me.
Oh, so Vegas.
And I was like, ugh, why didn't she do this for Vegas, you know?
Basically, every look she has presented down the runway would have been a better choice for Vegas.
It's true.
She's got this huge Dolly Parton country western hair. It looked like Dolly's one-woman show in Vegas or something.
Yeah.
And this blue, the cutouts on the side, and the jewels, and like a blue feather boa. It was just very on brand or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Clear concept.
Which was nice. I liked a lot of them this week really stepped it up and like had themselves realized, I guess.
Yes.
Which was nice. It was like, here is their perspective.
Her wig, some of the big wigs were just fucking huge.
Right.
Like not like super messy, but just like, oh, there's a big old ball of hair. Hers was very styled.
I mean, Bibi Zahara Benet would have fit in seamlessly in this challenge.
Absolutely.
Like, I kind of want to just like edit her into this runway just because.
As good as all the looks, like there was a lot of really good looks, nobody did anything super shocking. Like with the category of have the biggest hair you possibly can. I was expecting, like Rapunzel with like a like something like insane.
Yeah.
Or an entire outfit of hair. Like what would Yara Sofia have done with this challenge, right? Like it would have been insane. It would have been like some topiary on top of her head. It would have been fabulous. Or, like everyone did like regular drag hair, just supersized. And I kind of wish someone had done something like insane.
Yeah, so then next up, Trinity Taylor.
Oh boy.
This was a lot. So this was like, I mean, she had like assless.
It was like a jumpsuit, but the bottom half was like assless chaps, but then it was like connected to her wrists, so they were like wings.
Right.
But then she also had like a pink latex belt that just went straight down to the floor.
Oh.
And then a G-string, but then gloves that went. It was
a lot.
It was so much. And the hair, it was very Raquel Welch. Like, it was very big and beautiful, but it was a bit tacky.
Mm-hmm. She has that, and I don't mind it, but like...
She's never going to be my favorite on the runway, right? But it's a show.
But is this the third... Well, I guess her Madonna, that was really
That
good.
was my favorite.
Of hers.
For sure.
But then the week before that, it was like the return of the Banana Lady.
It was Banana Lady, and then, yeah.
So, like, it's kind of been...
It's up in... Well, the Madonna week, she was, like, reined into, like, a Madonna look.
Exactly. She had to edit it and just recreate it, so I don't know. She needs maybe a little bit of a vagine?
Does she need a vagine? Does she need one?
Or a vision.
A vision. So then next down the runway, Shasha
salad?
Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
Chicago!
You're out of there!
So next up...
Sasha Velour. It's really hard. I want to say Sasha Fierce. I should just say Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha.
Comes down the runway in like a punk rock.
Yeah, her hair was on point.
She's got her Woody Harrelson and Natural Born Killers sunglasses on. It was very Cher in If You Could Turn Back Time, you know.
If I could turn back down. Down.
Riding that fucking cannon, you know, just like, look at me, sailors, give me your hat. Except like the head up was not Cher, but it was very leather jacket,
Sure.
you know, like the striped sort of
I really liked
ripped
this.
tights. I thought it looked great.
I thought she like had a vision. She
did
executed
the most
it.
sort of, you know, interesting thing.
Sure, it was like, oh, big
The
hair doesn't have to mean like a
Yeah.
big pageant wig or whatever.
She had like, Travis from Blink-182's mohawk. It's great.
Yeah.
It was different.
It was different. Absolutely. And
Stood
I thought
out.
she did a good job with it. It was
yeah.
like very good. Her fucking goddamn lips every time. They just slay me. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, goddamn, those look good.
Want to make out with him?
Maybe.
You're a slut. I know.
Next down the runway, Peppermint.
Yeah.
This was very nice.
It was very nice.
She was kind of giving me some like Jaden Dior Fierce. She had like the same, just like big, happy smile,
Right.
you know, with like the big wig, just like, I'm here, I'm on the runway, yes, look at me, hey. It wasn't pink.
I was just gonna say that.
So, you know, that's good.
Yep.
She looked really pretty.
She did look really pretty, which was nice.
She said she was going for like a disco thing, and I was like, that doesn't
Yeah.
look disco at all, but okay.
Whatever.
I was like, sure, but no.
I am serving classic, old school disco diva.
If anything, Trinity's was more disco. Those friggin' winged bell bottoms. So then next on the runway, Nina Bonina, downtown Julie Brown, comes down the runway.
I like that because it works on two levels.
It's great.
Yeah.
You're welcome, thanks. Cheetah, Catwoman, meow,
Yeah.
meow. This week I was like, oh, so Shay and Nina switched places and now Nina's doing Grace Jones? Great, I love it. Just like, yes.
Panther on the runway.
Just
do
like,
it,
meow,
do
meow.
it. She's so bloody tall.
I really
like this.
really
I thought it was
liked
fun. It was very Nina.
It was very Nina. She had kind of like Janet Jackson hair. The face was great. I mean, Nina does Nina, and I happen to be buying it.
Exactly. I'm a fan of it.
I get what Michelle's saying, where it's the same silhouette with the bodysuit and the boots. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what's next.
Yes.
But I'm like loving.
I really hope that
it's always something.
It's always something. Yes.
Right?
Yes. I really hope that Nina grows with the judges and doesn't like crumble under the critique.
I hope that Nina can take it in and go, okay, I can still do me,
Yep,
but not wear a bodysuit.
But I'll do exactly.
Okay,
I can
great.
do something other than a bodysuit or other than like a painted animal or peach. Even though I'm here for it.
I'm not mad about the face at all.
So then next up, Shea Coulee. And at first I was like, yes, and then I was like, And then I was like, no, I like it. It's like a bathing suit with like a jacket, which is kind of weird.
Well,
but
it basically looks like a pink Union Jack
sure.
bathing suit. It was like kind of like Marie Antoinette. She had like a big gulp. I don't know. I guess I was confused about the story.
Sure. I went through all the emotions.
It was sort of like a classier Baps.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like, what's wrong with that?
Sure.
But yes, I get what you're saying. It was a confusing story. You got a big gulp and a bathing suit, but you could put a jacket over it.
I didn't quite know where she was going.
No.
I mean, to be fair, I have no idea where Trinity was going as well.
I get it.
Her face looked really pretty, though.
Yeah, that's good. So then next up,
yes.
Alexis Michelle. I didn't love this.
I liked it.
I guess I liked it.
It was.
I got it, but I didn't.
It was like dramatic and eye-catching.
Well, I liked that she was like, oh, big hair doesn't have to just be a wig. It can be hair like on my outfit.
So she has like a hair skirt.
Yes.
And hair boobs on the top. She said she was doing like an Ursula the Sea Witch thing, but the hair was completely different.
I didn't get Ursula the Sea Witch at all.
I didn't at all, but I did sort of get, I was like, she could belong in the world of like huntsman. Some sort of woodland witch, right? Like,
yeah.
Like fashion witch.
Sure.
Or something.
Like the crazy hair cutting fashion witch.
Yeah, you know, who lives in the woods. And it's like the third sister.
Instead of Hansel and Gretel, she like eats you and like puts your hair on her outfit.
Makes her hair into an outfit.
Yeah.
Something, you know, like something. I got some sort of story. And her face, I don't know, for some reason, like the eye makeup and everything was giving me real Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Sure. Obviously, like a fuller-bodied Yzma because he's like crazy, but it was giving, I don't know. She reminded me of like a cartoon villain somehow.
Sure, I get that.
She was going for Ursula.
Right,
I
but
didn't
like
get
different.
that, but
yes.
I got some sort of like cartoon villainess.
I appreciated the effort and like whatever. For me, it didn't quite click. And I think partly the silhouette of like the skirt or something, it didn't like...
It was basically like a hula skirt with a corset.
Yeah, there was just something about it. I was like, almost. It was good. It just I didn't love it.
Oh, you have to do it. It's the final one.
Aww.
Until the reunion.
Jimmy, Aja.
In the best she's ever looked.
The best she's ever looked. I was really bummed because I was like, oh fuck. She's like actually making an effort and like she's changing her look and she's trying it out and she's doing a real glamour look and her lips don't look like someone that, you know, made out with her, ironically enough. Maybe in making out with Peppermint, the extra lipstick got rubbed off and they were like, oh, let's tidy that up.
Who's they?
I don't know.
Okay, great. I was like, yay, you went out on a high note.
That's true.
Like, because I was like, girl, Nina, you pull through.
Oh, well, of course.
Through.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
So I was like, yeah, you can go. But I was like, yay, you finally look great. Like, she had body. It was like,
well, I love this outfit.
Avant-garde look. She
Yes.
had Pearl's wig from the Beard Challenge.
Yeah.
If she had gone out looking like sad volcano clown.
Princess Disaster.
Then, you know, that would have been sad.
Yeah, it would have been.
But this was like, yeah, it's okay, you did it. Look at you.
So then they show us 90210 Hell.
And we get to see like the opening credits where they're all
yes, which were really great.
That was fun, and we get to see everyone's best take, I guess. It was pretty
Right.
good. There was no absolute disaster.
There was no horrible disaster. Nina and Aja, they just didn't...
The two bitches.
Right, and they just didn't get... They weren't bitchy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, they were so
to go.
stunted in their line reading.
Yeah.
And I was like, but what, you should just, like, you know how a bitch is.
Well,
like, you can read this like a fucking cunt and just be like, what?
It was long.
It was long.
I wasn't mad about it,
Nope.
but it was definitely like, oh, we're like doing a 3-act
This is like a full thing.
episode or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then Trinity does the like, pick me up, guys, and like whatever, swing her back and forth, which apparently was her idea.
I guess.
She made it kind of seem that way in Untucked.
Sure.
Trinity really like went for it.
Oh yeah.
And it was evident, and she won. It was like, yep.
Yep. Okay.
Makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
I mean, it was either her or Shay, basically, right?
Basically. I thought this challenge, like, I thought it was a fun, they did a really good job with, the acting challenge, and it was a funny one, and it was good. Was it as, crazy as get those nuts away from my face. No.
Well, no, and part of the reason I love that is because Max Munchnick is such a fucking asshole.
Such an asshole.
William?
Willem.
Willem.
I was right on my headshot. So, William, it's just to make sure you get all the words in there. And
Why don't you correct Ru when he says William?
Nina and Aja are in the bottom, and I was
like really worried.
I was like, girl,
you better
send Aja home. I was like.
So they lip sync to Finally.
Finally,
it happened to me right in front of my face.
It always reminds me of Priscilla.
I thought they both did a good job, to the point where I was really nervous.
I was really nervous because I was living for Nina.
I was too.
But Aja was like doing her Aja thing.
Right, she did like the spin into the split thing, which is like really quite impressive.
Which is quite impressive, but also...
But she had done it already.
She already pulled out that stop.
And she just did it like...
It wasn't at the right point in the song.
If the song doesn't call for it, don't do it.
Don't do it. Nina was so... I don't know, in her element.
Well, she gives such good face.
So happy. Like, she just seemed to be like, oh, I'm alive again. Like, she was renewed.
I'm a lion.
I'm a lion again. Her face.
It was cool in Untucked when she was practicing. You could, like, really see her in the mirror.
She was like, I'm at the bottom. Bye, y'all. Like,
yep.
She was by the mirror the whole time. And then when they wheeled up the TV, she was like, really?
Do I have to? Yeah.
I have to? Okay. And then she kept her headphones in the whole time.
They're making me go.
Oh, and then when she like got down on her knees and like was leaning back and like I was like, yes, that was where for me she really won it.
Yes, it was like in weird unison.
It was.
It helped that her face was like white, so you really like it was like contrasting to the hair and everything, and her lips. I mean.
Yeah. And so Aja goes home. I was so pleased to see something new and different from Aja that I was like, oh, like I would have liked to have seen how much like further she could have grown. I don't know if I would have loved it. Also, in Untucked, she was like so sweet and like I was like, oh,
We'll talk about Untucked.
I really
had a different opinion of her once I watched Untucked. But to be like truthful, I was like jumping for joy. I was so happy.
Oh yeah.
So I was
like, oh, thank God Nina's still here.
So I was like, oh my God.
Beyond just wanting Nina to stay, I felt like Nina won.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, oh, I want her to stay, and so no.
It was like she won.
Once Aja got sent home and was just packing up.
Oh, she was so much more relaxed.
I was like, oh, I really like you.
Right? I was like, I really like you.
Where have you been this whole time?
Yeah.
So, Untucked.
This was kind of a downer episode of Untucked.
Well, it was slow, and then it was sad.
Yeah, like nothing really funny, like hilarious or dramatic happened.
No, I definitely was like, we get it. You watched 90210, Alexis.
Do you want to try that?
I almost said Alexa.
Alexa.
Like
now
Alexa.
Everyone's Amazon Echoes are gonna go off.
Oh God.
Did you hear that story? This little girl said like, Alexa, I want a dollhouse. And so then in the mail comes cookies and a dollhouse. And these parents are like, what the fuck is this? And it was like, because she just ordered it through Alexa.
They didn't have their settings on it?
Like, that's like the default is that like, there's not like a way to like parental control it. But the best part about it is that they're telling the story on the news that this little girl said, Alexa, I want a dollhouse. And it set off all of these things. Because the people started ordering dollhouses.
And Alexis was talking to Peppermint, and she's just like, you had like great 90s energy. Like, yeah, like just like great 90s energy. And I was like, is that a thing?
No.
Great 90s energy.
I felt like I had great 90s energy.
What does that mean though?
Yeah.
A dolphin necklace and a sunflower in your hair. You just have real 90s energy. Jellies on your feet, overalls on your body. And a flannel.
Yep. I need Alexis to take a fucking chill pill. She's just like so, and I'm like, girl, shh.
Those opening credits got me together because I watched 90210 like it was my job.
So she's progressively gotten more and more intense.
I feel like it's only gonna get worse.
Probably.
She might send herself home too.
I think she might. Which is just a bummer because I was really here for her.
Maybe she'll turn. Maybe she'll
like
pivot.
Yeah, maybe someone will be like, girl, calm down. Calm down.
Well, everyone's kind of like, oh, high school was hard. Well, like, everyone's kind of being like, whatever.
Yeah, like, oh, high school was so...
Farrah was like, yeah, I hated high school.
And, like, I was so bullied and death threatened.
They gave you death threats?
Oh, yeah. There were times when I had to stay in hotels.
Oh.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Yeah.
So upsetting.
It really was.
But it was funny how Farrah explained it. Like she was, not that she was over it, but she had clearly moved beyond.
Yeah.
Like high school it wasn't everything I thought it was gonna be, and getting to do a little acting challenge where I got to be the pretty girl at high school was so much fun.
She had a traumatic experience and
like rose above it.
Exactly.
And is like.
And I thought that was really nice. I mean, her mom, so they wheel out the TV again. And
I loved her mom, by the way.
She really made sure to focus on like how impressive it is that she has like risen above.
You stayed true to yourself in a backward country town that didn't understand what your life was like at all.
It seems like in a large part just picked herself up through her own bootstraps.
Well, yeah, and she talks about how her drag persona is based on her mom.
She was who I watched do her makeup and like got so inspired of the power of women.
Farrah is sharing, and then Aja shares that she was adopted.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm adopted, and my adoptive parents are divorced, so I'm in touch with my mom, but I don't talk to my dad.
Because they were all saying like, oh, if I could get a message from somebody,
who would you do?
Who would I get a message from? And everyone's like, my mom, my mom, my mom.
And then poor Trinity.
Well, Trinity was like, poor me, but then she was like, my dog!
I love that. It's so cute.
Oh my god, if they do a video of the dogs and then it's like subtitled, like, bark, 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 bark.
We love you, you're a fierce bitch. Go win it for us.
Bark, bark, bark. And they have to, like, they have outfits on, obviously, right?
Obviously.
I mean, we're never gonna stop complaining about Untucked's new format, but I was really annoyed that they cut to a big wide shot and they put it in black and white.
Yep.
And it was Valentina being like,
Pit crew, can we get that little Latino one with the hairy chest? Pit crew with the burgers, come on out.
where's the pit crew?
Oh yeah.
Give me some hamburgers, 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 pit crew. Where's the pit crew, the hamburgers? Why would you? And it was like really low. And
it was
like,
yeah, because they do that stupid thing where it's like here we are, like here's a light bulb,
yeah,
and meanwhile in the background audio
like,
you can
kind of
barely hear the queens. I'm like, what the fuck is this nonsense? First of all, I don't care.
No.
I don't need like interstitial black and white bullshit.
I mean, it was really cute and funny, and I was like, why aren't they showing this? It was really weird.
It's really weird. So Trinity is really trying to stir the pot with the girls.
She's like, so
who do you want to go home?
Well, first she's like, who do you think's gonna go home? And then she's like, actually, who do you want to go home? And they're all being squirmy and like, oh, I don't know, whatever.
I love everyone.
Somebody's like, well, you answer the question. Who do you think your biggest competition is, basically?
One of them is sitting with us at the moment, and Shay.
She goes, well, one of them's sitting here. And I was like, so Valentina? And then she says it's Alexis.
Well, Valentina goes,
Alexis. Because it's not Valentina.
I was like, what?
Well, at first I thought she was joking.
Maybe she was.
You know, it was kind of like, oh no, it's Alexis. But then she was like, oh, that was too mean, maybe I should run with it. That's kind of the feeling I got from it.
Not Valentina. No, you are. They see something in you, girl.
The judges really see something in you, Alexis, or whatever. And then she was like, yeah, you too. And they were just, and Peppermint was like, yeah, I guess I kind of agree with that. Like, she was just like,
I know.
Yeah, they're great. I'm not.
You're right about that. I'd agree.
But they all agree that they want Sasha to stay.
Yes.
And then Sasha and Aja have a moment. Oh. They touch.
I don't want you to be in the bottom, and I don't want to be in the bottom either.
I don't want us to be in the bottom.
That kiss of death. Don't be touching Sasha. She's sending you right home.
Now we're gonna be like looking out for it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, don't. I love that someone was like, don't touch Valentina.
Don't do it. Stay away from me. Oh yeah, and then so across the room, Trinity is like, she's like, Aja, girl, wait, what's going on? What's going on with your pads?
Oh, your pads, yeah.
She's like, your pads are jacked. And then they looked all cellulite-y or whatever.
Yeah, your padding is jacked.
We need to smooth that out.
It's not smooth.
Well, why don't you come and do it
It's
then, baby?
fine if you're gonna wear the skirt.
So then Aja is packing up. And she put on her Lady Liberty hat, and I was like, oh shit, she's gonna wear that. Oh, she didn't wear it.
Oh, she's gonna wear it to leave.
She did put on a hat.
That's okay. Oh, okay, we're really stretching it now.
It's starting to disintegrate. But she did put a hat on her head, and it was quite silly.
Yes.
But yes, I really liked, like, I've already been kicked off, there's no pressure on me, Aja.
Yeah.
Oh, I found my underwear. Yay. Damn, I have a lot of I even brought a spacesuit just in case we had to like take it there. I should have wore the spacesuit at some point. It's just so stupid.
She really did have neat handwriting. She writes the note to Nina and gives her some stuff, which was really sweet. She had very, very neat handwriting.
Good work.
And then she drives off.
Oh my God!
To the minivan.
To heaven.
To drag heaven.
Yep.
And just is like.
Which was, I would say, the most fun of anyone who's left Untucked yet.
Certainly.
Right? I was like, cool. She, like, again, though, she wasn't taking it too seriously. No. She wasn't like, oh my God, I'm so upset. She was just kind of like, okay.
She seemed like okay with it.
So we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, poor Nina.
Sometimes you need a lip sync to really like light that fire.
Yep.
And to get the fans being like, yes, man, she just lip synced that.
I was watching her live Instagram for a little bit. She was saying that people were reading her for the lip sync and that like she didn't really like beat Aja and whatever. And I'm like,
Okay. Take it with a grain of salt. Because you're fabulous.
Exactly. That's what I would, if you're watching this, which apparently you've been watching some of them, so hey, then you were fabulous and shut the fuck up to all the other people. So see you next Thursday.
Yes.
And patreon.com/MovieBitches.
What just happened? Are you putting a curse on our viewers? Patreon.com/MovieBitches.
If you don't donate, then I'm going to have Sasha Velour make a hex on all of you.
I need some dry ice. Bring us a chicken.
Bring us a chicken.